Mary Netherton Daily Chronicle, Morning Edition, February 13th, 1926. Good morning, gentle listeners. Edmund Pruitt greeting you on this Saturday, as our village wakes to the soft patter of rain upon the window panes. The weather presents us with what Mr. Higgins describes as a day of steady rain, with the drizzle arriving before dawn and holding throughout the morning hours, the cloud low across the valley, and temperatures mild enough that the wet will do the gardens considerable good before the day is through, though the overnight forecast suggests a cooling trend sufficient to turn whatever moisture remains into snow by first light. Those with Saturday business will find the rain no impediment to comfortable progress with a good coat and umbrella. The tea room announces a Saturday special of coconut macaroons, which Mrs. Hartley considers well suited to the day, with the sweetness offering precisely the sort of encouragement a rainy morning deserves. Colonel Weatherby arrived shortly after opening in particularly fine spirits, having received a letter from his daughter in Chipping Norton, confirming that she, her husband, and their infant daughter Lavinia will attend his forthcoming lecture at the Thornbury Cross Village Hall on the 19th. The Colonel observed that it is never too early to commence one's ornithological education, and I confess the prospect of addressing an audience that includes one's own granddaughter lends the occasion a significance beyond the merely scholarly. Watson positioned himself beside the front mat shortly after opening, where the damp footprints of arriving patrons apparently warranted his close attention as each customer crossed the threshold, his gaze following each pair of boots with what Mrs. Hartley regards as genuine professional concern for the state of her floors. Mrs. Barnes's leghorn hen produced this morning's egg at 20 minutes past 7, with what Mrs. Barnes characterizes as unhurried Saturday confidence. The bird completed a brief survey of the garden from the shelter of the coop doorway before returning indoors, evidently satisfied that the rain presented no occasion requiring her personal involvement. The St. Mary Netherton Junior Bird Watching Society will convene their Saturday session this morning, along the hedgerow beyond Farmer Carter's top field. Colonel Weatherby notes that rainy conditions often produce rewarding observations, as many species grow bolder when they believe themselves unobserved by fair-weather walkers. In a charming piece of news for the eve of St. Valentine's Day, the younger pupils of the village school devoted yesterday afternoon's handicraft lesson to the preparation of Valentine's cards for the village's elder residents. The cards, fashioned from folded paper and decorated with coloured pencil and pressed winter flowers, are to be delivered by the children themselves this morning, each bearing a small message of affection composed by its young creator. Mrs. Fairchild notes that the project required very little encouragement on her part, the suggestion having arisen from the children during Friday's calendar discussion, at which point the approaching holiday was identified with an enthusiasm that made the afternoon's industry something of a foregone conclusion. That concludes our morning report. This is Edmund Pruitt, reminding you that our evening edition will follow the 6 o'clock bells. Until then, St. Mary Netherton embraces this Saturday with family tidings shared, young hearts generous, and the rain doing its quiet work upon the February ground.